How is everyone doing this Friday afternoon? It's been a couple days since I've done a live, since the whole little fiasco that we had the other night, but let's get into this.
What's going on YouTube? It's your main man Boyz4Life coming at you with another video. Everyone thinks I'm just a crazy cowboy fan who has no idea what he's talking about, when more often than not, I'm right. I go into Cool Cat Connor's live stream, his podcast with Notion, Bird Gang 31, and himself, and guess what? I turned that live stream into a Boyz4Life live stream. Congratulations on beating a horrible Falcons team. Congratulations. Oh my God. Let me paint you a picture real quick. Let me paint you a picture real. And they start talking about the champ. They start talking about me. Anyways, guys, that's all I got for tonight. I'm out.
What is up, people? What is up? What is up? What is up? Today, now I'm a little wary about doing this troll just because the video I want to do. What up, Matthew? What's up? What's up? What's up, Young? How's it going? So I want to do this little troll job. I'm a little nervous about doing it, not because I'm afraid of a backlash or anything like that. That's not why. It's more along the lines of because I'm watching this live stream, right? And I had to do the playback because I watched some of it at work, and then I had to finish it when I got home. And the live stream, it didn't get taken down, but the live stream just cuts off, and it says policy issues or whatever. So I don't know if I want to do that, but what I might do is do the whole EC1 and my debate where I just made this guy look like complete trash, like it was bad, real bad. What's up, Cowboys fan 1992? What's up? It's all respect by the end of the day. Yes, it is respect. Raphael. I don't know how you say your name. Oh boy. Yeah, no. Because what is up, Cowboys champ? Cowboys, how's it going, my guy? Before we get started with all this good stuff, give a shout out to BGN Sports Media Network. Links are in the description. We're playing on his channel. Well, we're playing on the network channel. We're playing on my channel. So if you're new here, go subscribe to my channel. Go subscribe to the BGN Network channel. Let's subscribe because we're trying to make BGN the number one network out there. And I know it takes time. And I know we sound crazy by doing this stuff, but nonetheless, it is a goal of ours over here at this network, and this is something that we want to pursue, and it's a goal that we would like to obtain. And speaking of BGN Sports Media, this is the man right here, Bird Gang 31. How's it going, guy? BGN, it's it was supposed to stand for Bird Gang Network. I have a friend of mine who is an Eagles fan, and he started his own network, and he is trying to bring in a whole gang of football people. It don't matter if you're a Cowboy fan, Giant fan, Redskin fan, or Commander fan, Eagle fan, Raiders, Chiefs, it does not matter. He's trying to bring it in to where we do a lot of football talks, where we have our own little segments, which is what I do here on Saturday. It's like he said, it's an all sports network is what it is. He also has his entertainment side where he has people do other type of things. Like I've seen some yoga on here. I'm pretty sure he would like to get some weight training people in to do this. So it's all a network type deal, and it's very fun to be on here. I was not so much of doing the live streams before this. I was more doing the videos and the trash talking that way, keeping it old school. And, the way I came in doing this stuff, but it seems like live streaming is where it's at. So we are going to do we've been doing the live streams for a while, and it's been very, very fun. I've reached, it's been about a month or so since I've hit that 1K. And now we are on the road to getting these watch hours up, and I'm close to 2,000 watch hours. The more people come in and watch here per hour, the more it helps out. So, I'm gonna be doing a lot of streams from here on out to get these watch hours up. But anyway, yeah, y'all hear my dog, one of them crying for whatever reason. But let's see what we can do here, because you know what, let's just get into it. We're here um for whatever reason this dude's stream just went down, suspended. I don't know why it was suspended, but it was. But we are going to I'm going to find a spot of where we're going to start off. I'm pretty sure it's because he has the video going the whole time. So you've been killing it, my guy. Thank you. I appreciate it, Bird Gang. I appreciate it so much. Guys, let's hit that like button. Let's share this stream out. Let's get people in here, because the more people come into my stream, the more people go into the network stream. The more people we get in here, the more likelihood of everything going on up. Now we do have 4 people in here. We do got 4 likes. But you know what? That is one thing I want to talk about. Tyler Smith, I am hearing great things about Tyler Smith. See, this is what I was talking about. This is what I've been talking about. Tyler Smith, and this is what I've been saying to a lot of Eagle fans. Don't sleep on my guy here. Don't sleep on Tyler Smith. Now, Eagle fans will say, well, I saw your reaction video. I saw it, and guess what? You weren't happy with it. And you're right. I was not happy with it. But at the same time, afterwards, guess what? I did a little research. I did a little film study. I did a lot of little things here when it came to Tyler Smith. And I was excited about it. People. Micah Parsons is over there talking great things about Tyler Smith. Now, of course, they are teammates. So what is he going to say? You think he's going to say bad things about Tyler Smith? No, he's not. But at the same time, when it comes to offensive linemen, the Cowboys are no slouch when doing their due diligence, doing their research on people. So I am excited for this. Let's get to 30 likes. Yes, Judas, let's get to 30 likes. I like the enthusiasm. I like it. It's all great. I do it all, my guy, Cowboys champ. But keep him as guard. See, okay, and here's another thing, people. Here's another thing that I want to talk about. When you hear the dogs are fighting right now. Give me a second. My fucking Yorkie he just ran upstairs because I got mad at him. But anyway, they're both going upstairs. Thank you. But anyway, guys, I've been on this train of trading Tyron Smith for quite a while. I've been on the train of doing that. It seems like whatever trend happened that I'm not saying I start a trend or anything. I'm not even coming close to saying that. But what I'm saying is that things that I say, things that I mentioned, like you saw in the intro where it says people think I'm a crazy Cowboy fan. Why is it that I've been saying trade, not get rid of, but yeah, you could say that, trade Tyron Smith. I've been saying that for a better part of 4 or 5 years already. Before he started getting hurt. Now, listen here. Listen to this. I said when LVE first got hurt, we already knew he had injury issues with his neck, all that greatness. We knew that was coming in when we drafted him. And then when he got hurt, right, he had a little, I forget what his first injury was, but he wasn't gone long. Then he came back, and then he got hurt a little bit again. And I said, this is going to be the new Sean Lee. People said I was crazy. No, he's not. I'm not ready to call him that. And then what happened the following year? I was there at the Eagle game when he got hurt. What was it? His collarbone, his neck, all that goodness. And he was gone for quite a while. Came back, looked a little sloppy because Jalen Smith was playing sloppy. And I've always said Jalen Smith and LVE played great together when they were playing together. You take one of them out, they look like hot garbage. But I was on that train, the Sean Lee train with LVE is, according to what, with his injuries. I was told, no, he's not. I'm not ready to call him that. And what happens a year and a half later? Everyone's calling him the next Sean Lee. I was well ahead of the curve there. Now we're fast forwarding to now. Well, actually, that's a lie. Let's go the following year, right, in 2020, when I was saying we're going to draft a CeeDee Lamb. People were saying, no, we don't need another wide receiver. I was sitting here saying, if you see CeeDee Lamb on the board, especially with a Mike McCarthy coming in, and you're looking to make a splash in the draft, and we're out of the Jason Garrett regime where we're reaching for guys, doing drafting for need over BPA. I said it on a few live streams. If you see CeeDee Lamb there at 17, we are going to take him. And guess what happened? Leading up to the draft, I was told, no, we're not going to take him. We're looking at an edge. We're looking at this. What happened? CeeDee Lamb came. Was I shocked? Absolutely not. Fast forward to a few months later, when we're getting our butts kicked in 2020, getting our butts kicked against the Ravens, not in the middle of the game, it was more towards the fourth quarter, I sat there and I said, I went outside and did a live stream, a little buzzed live stream, because I was drinking a little bit that night, but went outside, did a live stream, and I talked about who we needed to draft. We were about 6 months away, if I remember correctly, given the time frame of when I did this. We were 6 months away from the draft. I think it was getting cold. It might have been around, because I moved into the house October, so it had to have been, that's a lie. It wasn't 6 months. It was because it was around November, December when I said this. So we were roughly around 3 to 2 months away from the draft. Oh no, yeah, I don't know why I'm thinking the February. The draft happens in April, so we were roughly around 5 to 6 months, right, around that time. And I said, the person that we're gonna need to look at to draft is a Michael Parsons, and I was well ahead of the curve before anyone else. I said our linebackers look terrible. We're gonna have to look to draft another linebacker here. And lo and behold, what happened? We drafted another linebacker in Micah Parsons. Now, granted, the only reason why we got Micah Parsons is because we got lucky with Denver and Carolina taking the two guys that it seemed like we were going to get, because remember, people, that year we lost Byron Jones to Miami. We did. What is up, Nino? How's it going, bro? He's cool, Judas. I think so too. Known about him. Just shared. Awesome. I'll still say the Cowboys need to run the offensive like in 2016, as long as Dak is running the show. Look, I've said this for a while now. As long as we are putting the game in our running backs' hands and not so much Dak Prescott, we are a recipe for success. We are. You need a blue nose pit. Bergain. Oh, are you asking me if I need a blue nose pit? Nah, I got 2 dogs, and my wife and daughter had got the 2 cats in the garage. I need no more animals. I ain't really want the cats, but they gotta come, so whatever. Bird Gang, what phone you using? Because I'm using iPhone. I don't know how to copy the link in someone's chat. iPhone. I don't know how to copy someone's link in someone's chat. Like, what do you mean copy someone's link in someone's chat? I mean, I'm probably behind, but just go to copy by holding it down or highlight. Okay. Okay, got it. Thank you. Okay, cool. Okay, give me a second, guys. I need to turn on the lights here. I forgot to turn them on. You know what? While that's going on, we're going to play this.
I don't need more friends. I need pussy. That is the main reason for my life.
You know what, guys? I'm going to do something right now. And give me a second, because this was requested by my quote unquote my boss, right? So we are going to come here, mail this bitch out. I'm gonna send it to myself if it downloads, so we can. Anyway, we'll give that a minute. But anyways, guys, what I was saying earlier was the whole Tyron Smith. Look, he got hurt again. It's his back. What am I supposed to say here? I've been on the trade Tyron Smith train for let's see. I can't send it for whatever reason. Well, that sucks. You know what? Let's just go ahead and we can just play this, because I want to. Oh, look, Bob's back. Bob. Hear me out, Bob. Come back tomorrow, because that's when your time to shine is, right? That's when you get the spotlight that you so much look for. But, you just wait, Bob. Wait for it. You'll be able to come get some you know what? Like I said, but like I was saying, the whole Tyron Smith trading him. Like I said, I was on that train a while ago. It's been a while since I've been on that train. But like I said, it's funny how all of a sudden this trend of trying to trade Tyron Smith, right? I've seen 105.3 The Fan talk about it. I've been saying it for a while now, and now you have other people talking about, is it time to move on from Tyron Smith? It was time to move on from Tyron Smith the second year in a row that he got hurt. Because now all you see from Tyron Smith is everyone's already saying it. We've been saying it for years, that we only get, what, about 8-9 games out of Tyron Smith? Then he's going to miss a lot of time due to injury, which is inevitable. We know it's going to happen. So this is what I have a problem with us Cowboy fans. And yes, I'm linking us all in there together, even though most of us do not get attached to players whatsoever. For me, like I've always said, I will love a player as long as he's on this team. Once he's gone, I'm out. I'm out. I'm done with that player. They mean nothing to me anymore. I mean, I about 7 years ago, I bought a DeMarco Murray jersey. I wore it one time. Because right after I bought it, I wore it for Thanksgiving. Then I had planned to wear it many times after that throughout the rest of the season. But I went on shift work and I was working weekends. For the duration of the NFL season, had to take off for the playoff game that we had against Green Bay. I decided to wear my Dez jersey instead that game, and I never once wore my DeMarco Murray jersey after the Thanksgiving year that year. Gave it to a buddy because he ended up signing with the fucking Eagles, right? And looked like a whole clown show. Especially you knew it was going to be a clown show with the Eagles when he said that it's more for Super Bowl opportunities. For whatever reason, he thought that they were going to go to the Super Bowl at some point while he was there, not knowing that Chip Kelly didn't know how to use him correctly, and having him run east to west and some weird ass running schemes when he's a north and south guy. But AK, what's going on, guy? Appreciate you for stopping in. But let me see here. I am trying to do. We're trying to get it here to where. Actually, I hope the whole stream didn't just stop now because we're gonna get there, guys. All right, we're gonna stop it right there, and then we're about to get into this. We're about to do this. You know, if the stream goes down, it goes down. I don't think it will because I do a lot of pausing in my stuff. If it does get sent to private, I'll just end up deleting the stream. It's whatever. I don't lose the watch hours, which is what I'm here for. I do have a show coming up Sunday and the rest of the weekend. Tomorrow, I have my actual Trolling with Boyz4Life show tomorrow. I'm gonna look into some other people that I'm gonna troll. Show their stuff. There's actually a video. What's up, NYG31? There's actually a video that I want to do that I'm in the process of doing. If I'm able to send it to myself and then upload it here, I might just do it as a premiere where we make fun of yet again another one, Cool Cat Connor. Why? Because he said some things that I can twist around, manipulate, and make it seem like these guys are foolish talking about Super Bowl rings, trying to put people on notice. I mean, you know what? Maybe I should just get away from doing those videos and just come on here and straight roast them on the live. But when I don't want to do a live or don't have time, I can straight up do a video. It makes no difference. But I think I'm going to do that in a video just because it's a lot more fun. I can mess around with the editing and do some things. So be prepared for that video. And how they're going to, I don't know, according to him, they're going to make an example out of the Detroit Lions, and that's going to put the whole league on notice, apparently. But anyways, guys, we are going to... Nope, that's not what I want. I want to share my screen. Boom, share. Boom, here we go. So, guys, this is what we are doing. We are making fun of my guy, Philly Notion, because he is saying some crazy, outrageous things. He certainly is. So without further ado, and let's pray to the heavens above that this stream does not get taken down, because he didn't even finish the full live stream. About 19 minutes in, it got taken down for policy issues. I'm assuming that's because of the music he had going on in the background. But I think if you pause it and stop it every so often, I don't think that it will do anything. Especially since I come on here, I do the roasting, and I'll stop for quite a while. I'll stop for like 4 or 5 minutes, and I'll just straight talk about a thing that he was just talking about. How are my Texas Rangers doing? Probably god awful. I haven't been paying attention to them because I've been more focused on with my everyday life. My son's coming here, and I'm down to the teen days, guys. I am down. And when he gets here, depending on when he gets here, there will be a couple day hiatus from YouTube. So, and then, hell, I'm going to be on vacation for about 3 weeks with him here, helping my wife out. So when I'm back home, I'm probably going to be doing a lot of live streaming. I am almost to 2,000 watch hours, when we're almost halfway there. I'm projecting that I get to those 4,000 watch hours within the next month or so. Because if we're able to put up 20 watch hours, because I mean, I will jump from day to day up 20 watch hours. Like if I'm able to put up 100 watch hours a week, I will be able to get to my goal within a month or so. Well, close enough. I mean, because I think I only need like 2,000, and every day my watch hours just keep climbing and climbing and climbing. So, but anyways, guys, let's get into this video. And like I said before, guys, if you like what you see, I'm not asking you to donate. I'm not asking you to do anything, but everything is down at the bottom. Share this stream, like this stream. If you're new here, please hit that like button. Please share this stream out, because the more that this gets out, the more it helps out the algorithm to where I am pushed in front of a lot of people. And we want to get this out to new viewers. I would love new viewers. You know what? It just dawned on me, people, that I have people in the Eagle fan base coming to me telling me, please don't make certain people, the faces of the franchise. It's nice to know that I have that kind of power to where I can make people the faces of that franchise. Look, guys, I'm not gonna sit here and say I started anything or I'm doing anything out of the norm here, but I'm not saying I'm a product of something, but where I came from, I mean, everyone knows where I came from here on YouTube. Everyone knows where I started with this, and it's nice to know that there are people giving me a chance to do what I do on a platform like this, where I'm able to come on here, come into this network, troll and talk my mess, and everyone knows that it's in good fun. Because if everyone knows me behind the scenes, I'm a very cool, calm, guy, nice guy. It's all about the trolling. It's all about the views and making the money, right? Because that's where the goal here is. Look, I'm here for y'all. I'm here to entertain y'all. I'm here to have fun. But while we're also doing that, we have to bring in that's the whole point of this. We have to bring in, look, I've always said it's not about the views. I've always said it's not about anything else. It's a hobby. This is a hobby. This is a great hobby. And I love doing it. I do it. I've been doing it for 6 years without making anything off of this because it's fun for me. It's fun for me. Even though I feel like I got a resurgence when I did hit that 1K. I felt like I got a resurgence before that when I came to with an idea of this network. I've had so much fun doing it. Building this platform, having Eagle fans, Giant fans come in here trolling me when that is the whole purpose of this. What's up, Randall? How's it going? What's up, Alexander? How's it going? Cowboys will go 13-4 and win the Super Bowl. I'm calling it right now. Ooh. Oh, hell no. I popped in your live stream and I see my big. Hey, look. Hey, bro. Like, before I go on, look, I'm going to make you a mod, homie. I'm going to make you a mod, Notion. But I have a question, bro. Just type it in the chat. I get to a certain point on your stream and it gets taken down. Like, I can't watch past like 20 minutes of this because it says policy issues. So I'm just asking you, if that's what happened to you when you were doing this. Like, did it just shut down your stream? What happened? Because, I mean, regardless, I'm going to do this, whether it shuts down my stream or not. We about to do this because I saw this today. Well, I saw this because I was in your live. I saw this today and I was watching it and I was like, oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. Jalen Hurts is not about to be the best quarterback in the NFC East. Not with his garbage ass stats and his weak ass arm. I mean, these highlights that we're about to see from Philly Notion that he's playing. Jalen Hurts is throwing the ball and guys are having to, as he's saying this with a straight face that Jalen Hurts doesn't have a weak arm, these guys are having to stop, come back for the ball, and then take off running. It is comical. I'm waiting for this. Yeah, I got my first live copyright strike apparently. YouTube said I was doing too much. I'm learning. No, I understand, but is it because of the music or is it because you were showing too many highlights? Because I'm about to show this over here, and because I'm showing your stuff, it might affect my stuff. You know what I mean? So I ain't trying to get no strikes or anything like that. But like I said, because I paused my stuff in the middle of doing this, it may not strike, and I may just have to end up deleting this stream afterwards, which is going to suck because if it ends up being an epic stream, then yeah, I don't want to end up having to delete this. I might have to put this on private. Jalen does not have a noodle arm. Stop hating. Oh, but he does. He does. It's so funny to sit there and say that a guy at the 2-yard line throws a Hail Mary 45-yard pass, and that for whatever reason is it's not a weak arm. When we've seen lesser talent throw the ball 60 yards downfield, hitting guys in stride, while Jalen Hurts can barely throw a 45-yard bomb down the field. Might be music because they are very sensitive about the copyright infringement. No, I get it. It might be the music. It might be the music. I know. Man, the YouTube feds are tripping. I know they are. I think it was the highlights. Then I played an audio from our coordinator, and YouTube said that's enough. Yeah, maybe. I mean, like I said, we are going to break down your stuff here. So I may only do so much of this because I ain't trying to get no strike. But anyways, let's get into this.
Listen, Jalen Hurts does have the higher ceiling of all the quarterbacks in the division. I mean, this year, gang, I'm saying Jalen Hurts is about to go ahead and do the thing. And listen, he about to be the best quarterback in the NFC East.
I can't. I can't. I can't sit here and listen to that without laughing. He's gonna be the best quarterback in the NFC East. I don't know how you can sit there and say that with a straight face, especially after the year he had last year. Um, if we count the drop touchdowns, if we count the pass interference touchdowns, if we count any of that kind of thing, Jalen Hurts still doesn't touch, I don't think, 20 touchdowns throwing the ball. I don't even think that happens. And I still don't think he passes 3,500 yards with the plays being called back, all that stuff. I don't even think that happens, homie. I don't know how you can sit there and say he has the higher ceiling. So what you're telling me is that, look, we already know what Daniel Jones is. We already know what Carson Wentz is. So you're telling me that the best quarterback in this division, Dak Prescott, has already hit his ceiling at 7 years? Already hit his ceiling. And that's where he's going to stay. When it seems like every year stat-wise, and look, I'm going back on everything I'm saying. I'm not backtracking anything. This is me defending my quarterback against a team that calls us their rival. That's what we're doing here. You know, if I have every right to criticize and bash and talk crap about my quarterback because he's my quarterback, but I'll be damned if anyone else says anything about my quarterback because that's my quarterback. I mean, I can come on here and show and start crying and wear sunglasses and talking about how that's my quarterback, but nonetheless, people, that is my guy, and I'm going to rock with him no matter what. Because I am a fan of the Dallas Cowboys, and he does play for the Dallas Cowboys. But once he is gone, then guess what? I am no longer a fan, and I will be happy. I got banned for TikTok and was sent a email, and said if people involved music are going to sue if you don't take down videos with said issues. So stupid, man. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, for me, like, you'll see this, like, the music's played, things are going on, but I pause this stuff. I don't keep it going. I think that's why a lot of my videos, even though I take music, I only have, like, my intros are like 2 to 3 seconds long, and it has the music in the background. Like, I get copyright, not strikes, but copyright. What are they called? I have it here. Let me see. What do they say? Copyright claims. I have copyright claims on basically all my videos because of the little bit of music that I do take and put in my my video, my intro. But like I said, it's only like 2 to 3 seconds, so I don't get no strikes or anything like that because it's a snip. But if and when I do get monetized, I don't think I'm going to be allowed to do that. So actually, that's false because I see people using other people's music and they don't get claims or anything like that. So Philly man, get off that powder, my guy. South Tex. Be for real. Apparently the Eagle fans are drooling over Jason's new thing. No, I know they are. And here's the thing. Here's the thing. This is what people don't especially guys that never played the quarterback position. And I never did. But at the same time, I did play baseball. I was an all-state pitcher. I did play a couple years in college. So there is a thing or two. I know a thing or two about a thing or two when it comes to throwing baseballs, throwing a football correctly. Even though they're two different type of throwing motions, but we're not talking about. I'm not here to break down throwing a football correctly. I'm here to talk about and tell you habits that are formed. We know that it takes about 1,000 hours to break a habit, right? It takes about, if you do it consistently every day, it takes about a month to break a habit. And I'm not saying he's not doing it consistently. He may be able to break a habit, but it's very different when you are just dropping back, no pressure, nothing's around you, and you're throwing the ball easy peasy lemon squeezy, right? It's very easy to do that. But when you have people, in game time running after you and you're trying to learn a new way to throw and you got guys running after you, that kind of goes out the window if your mindset ain't there. And at that point also, as you're also thinking about, hey, I need to throw correct, I need to do, my mechanics need to be perfect, my mechanics this, my mechanics that, and you overthink things. I mean, hey, it happens to everybody. Luckily I started out at an early age with mechanics. I've always been taught, these people that are saying here that, Jalen Hurts needs to work on his arm strength, and it'll help, throwing correctly will put a little bit more mustard on his throw, and it will not much, it won't help him much, because if you understand anything about throwing mechanics, your body, the way you throw, is never ever going to let you throw harder than what you can actually throw. I don't care how many squats you do. I don't care how many, and the reason why I say squats and build your legs is because when you throw any ball, football, baseball, whatever, it starts from the legs up. Starts from the legs up. It starts with your legs, goes to your core, into your arm. If you're trying to just throw with just arm, you ain't going to get much oomph on the ball. If you're, just throwing with your body, you ain't going to get much. It all comes from your legs, people. It does. And your mechanics, look, coming out of high school, I was a $135. I was 5'6", 5'7", around there. A $135, right? I was skinny as shit. But you tell me why I am throwing damn near almost 90 miles an hour from the left side. You tell me why when I tore my ligament in my elbow, that takes all the pressure right here. This ligament right here that I've shown y'all before takes all that stress when you're throwing the ball, all that stress right here. When I tore that, you tell me why doctors, they're asking myself, my dad, how hard I throw and all this. They're asking how in the hell does a guy this small, because like I said, at the time when I graduated high school, I was a $135. In college, I didn't weigh much more. Again, that was almost 10 years. That was more than 10 years ago. If you do all the time I did in college. How does a guy with, who's, my size throw that hard? All mechanics, people, all mechanics. And I'm telling you right now, Jalen Hurts' new throwing motion will help him, yes, get a little bit more oomph on the ball, but it ain't going to be much. Jalen's arm strength is not the problem. That's fake propaganda. How is it fake propaganda, Notion, when you are putting out in the ether these highlights where Jalen Hurts is throwing to guys that have to come back for the football, that are literally sitting there waiting for the football? I mean, you explain that to me. The habit Jalen Hurts won't break is running to his right when there's a tiny bit of. That's why they call him a one-read quarterback, because he makes that read. If it's not there, he takes off. That's what he does. That's his bread and butter. He's not going to be able to throw the ball. He's not going to be able to make these reads, right? He will be able to make them here and there, but let's face facts. Learning this stuff is taught from when you're in high school, even before that. And now you want Jalen Hurts to do something that he's never done at an elite level. And that's the funny thing that cracks me up about Philly Notion here, talking about how Jalen Hurts has elite traits. What elite traits does he have? What elite traits does he have? I mean, his completion percentage is god awful. His throwing, you want to sit there and say that you later on in the stream you compare him to Josh Allen in his first 19 games. and that Josh Allen didn't have really a number one receiver. So what you're telling me is that Jalen Hurts doesn't have a number one wide receiver. So what is Devontae Smith? Yeah, I hear you, Flagos. I don't understand because it's almost like free advertising. Yeah, it's crazy. Wow. In t-shirt and shorts, Jalen in a practice squad, all pro. The Eagle fans. Okay, we just read that one. Jalen Hurts pretty much gonna be gone after the season. He can make some throws, but it's far too inconsistent. Look at that Philly notion. You have an Eagles fan in here talking about Jalen Hurts is gone. And look, people, if Jalen Hurts is gone and he can't come through for the Philadelphia Eagles, guess what? That means they're going to have to start all over with a new quarterback. They're always talking about this elite leadership skills, like Dak don't have that too. Exactly, like Dak has. Okay, I'll give it to Dak. He has these great leadership skills, intangibles and whatnot. But at the same time, guess what? When the ball is put into Dak Prescott's hands, we often lose, and that is just facts, Jack. That's what that is. People want to, Philly Notion here saying that that Jalen Hurts has the highest ceiling out of any quarterback in the NFC East. Look, I'm gonna tell you right now, Dak Prescott. People want to call him, this elite quarterback. He has elite numbers and well, guess what? He can't win the games that need to be won to save his life. It just does not happen until I see otherwise, right? That's what I'm going to stick by to the day I die. But this is an analogy that I like that I'm going to use right here. People are comparing Jalen Hurts, not comparing, but Eagle fans are saying Jalen Hurts is going to be the best quarterback in the NFC East, right? You have this guy right here saying that. But because we have quarterbacks that are dog shit, just because you shine up a turd, don't make it a turd. Just because you are the smartest dumb kid doesn't mean you're not dumb. Look, these quarterbacks in the NFC East that we have, none of them are it. Just because you're saying that he might be or will be better than Dak Prescott doesn't mean that he's going to be this great quarterback. Look, like I tell you, I just said Dak Prescott. Oh, Jesus, that was loud. I hate that shit. Anyway, so Dak Prescott. Shit, I lost my train of thought. Let's just get back to the video.
So, we're going to talk about it today. We're going to talk about the good. We're going to talk a little bit about the bad, the ugly with Jalen Hurts. You call it what you want to call it, but I call it greatness.
You call it greatness? You're going to sit there and say you're going to talk about the bad, the ugly, but you're going to call it greatness? That's a joke, man. There's just no way.
And y'all already know where all this starts.
Look at his face. He's just sitting there trying not to laugh as he say this stuff. You know he don't take himself seriously when he says things like that.
I said, hold up. I see we got some people up in the chat here. Hold up. I try to pull off a chat box in here. That thing looked like it's extra broke. So it ain't even working. But hold up. That wasn't the case as I went live for everybody for like 2 whole seconds. But hey, it is what it is. Appreciate the ones that came.
Okay, we're gonna skip forward a little bit,
let me
so we can get into the actual videos that he's talking about.
All right, gang. So first and foremost, again, we all know what this season's about. Don't let none of these cow turd haters, nobody try to tell you different. Because we know what we building out here, and we building something great.
I don't know how they're gonna sit there and say they're building something great when they're playing. You get people in their feelings. It's so much fun. I love it. Just like putting lipstick on a pig. Exactly. What the fuck greatness? Even he don't believe it. That's what I'm saying. He's trying to keep a straight face when he even says these people are great. Like, these guys are great. Even he's trying to keep a straight face. Jalen isn't. See, that's look. I'm gonna read the rest of this, but look at what this comment says. The first 5 words: Jalen is an elite runner. Elite runner. Doesn't this man play the quarterback position? I mean, I get it. This day and age, you must be kind of a quote unquote dual threat to be a successful quarterback, right? Or at least have some type of mobility skills. But look what he says. Jalen Hurts is an elite runner. Holy crap. Look, homie. I've said this on multiple shows that we've been on together. Jalen Hurts is the only reason why the Eagles did what they did last year was not because of Jalen Hurts' ability to throw the ball, but because his ability to take off and run. When you have guys downfield, guarding your wide receivers, and there's, he makes that one read, it's not there. The defensive line gets a little bit of pressure, and he takes off to the left. And guess what? There's 15 yards of separation between Jalen Hurts and the linebacker that's covering. Teams are going to pick up on this. And what they're going to do is what they did with Dak Prescott over the past couple years. Make Dak Prescott beat you with his arm. And myself and a few other Cowboy fans included have said Dak Prescott, if you do that to Dak with his reading ability, with his skills to read the defenses, it's not going to look good for us. It's not. And look, you saw it with Denver. You saw it with you saw it with a few teams last year. You show blitz and then you drop back. Like I've said and argued with a lot of Cowboy fans, we were great when it was Dak was getting the ball out quick, these quick slant throws, when teams were blitzing and whatnot, we were able to do that. But when teams dropped back, that defense dropped back, they show that they were blitzing, and then they ended up dropping back, and Dak Prescott had to hold on to the ball a little bit longer and go through his progressions. It didn't turn out good for us. It didn't turn out good for us. And guess what? Y'all are going to go through the same thing. Y'all are going to go through the same thing when it comes to Jalen Hurts. It's going to happen. But wait, I didn't finish reading. Jalen Hurts is an elite runner and has elite leadership qualities. That's great. You can have all the elite qualities, elite leadership qualities you can, but elite leadership qualities does not translate to talent to be able to throw the ball to someone who's wide open without having to break their stride. It does not translate to that. You can be a great hype man and still not be able to be a great rapper, right? The guy that starts the show, a great MC, someone who starts the show, but nothing else. That's what Jalen Hurts is. He's got the leadership skills to get everyone hyped and pumped, but when it's time to play the game, guess what? Jalen Hurts takes a giant shit. No, Jalen Hurts. Oh wait, I still didn't finish. Dak is elite at choking the big game. That matters. Great at padding stats. This guy's talking about padding stats. Is he serious right now? That's all Jalen Hurts does is pad stats. Jalen Hurts straight up pad stats. Point blank period filling notion. Come on, dog. Come on. I mean, yes, I do the trolling and I make fun, but at least when I'm trolling, I come with a little bit of context and a lot of facts behind what I'm saying. Jalen Hurts, let's just look at the Cowboy game, for instance. Jalen Hurts had about 120 yards going into the fourth quarter. This dude ended up with like 200 and something yards. Hell, I don't even think he had 100 yards going into the fourth quarter because I think he threw for over 100 and something yards in a quarter. Why? Because the Cowboys were already kicking the Eagles' ass by 3-4 touchdowns at that point. I mean, we only won. Actually, I think he scored 2 touchdowns, throwing touchdowns. If I'm not mistaken, we won by 2 touchdowns or 3. We were kicking those ass quite a bit, and Jalen Hurts in garbage time, padding his stats, threw for over 100 and something yards and had 2 touchdowns. That's what you call padding stats, my friend. No, Jalen is an elite runner. He's okay. Lamar is elite scrambler. Jalen can't even outrun Micah. No, he can't. He can't outrun Micah. And he's not gonna be able to outrun Sam Williams. Let's face it. Sam Williams runs a 4.440, just like Micah ran a 4.340. We saw Sam Williams run down some speedsters when he was in college. Run down some speedsters. That's what I like about this team. We added, you know what? The talent may not be 5-star, this Hall of Fame talent that Eagle fans like to think they drafted, right? With the guys that we drafted. But we do have the size, we do have the speed, we do have the strength, especially with our new left tackle / guard that we drafted. That Philly Notion's over here talking about how we drafted doo-doo in the first round, but let's be real here. The Cowboy fans knew what they were getting into once they took a step back and actually looked at who they drafted. I mean, you're hearing nothing but great things coming out of camp with Tyler Smith. And like I said before, and I'll say it again, I don't take much stock into what you do in camp. I don't take any stock actually into what you do in camp. The way these Eagle fans like to do. These Eagle fans will see a guy make one-handed circus catches, and all of a sudden he's going to be the next Jerry Rice with these guys. You see Jalen Hurts making great throws in a quarterback drill with no pressure, no anything, 7-on-7, and this guy's going to have now 5,000 yards and throw for 40 touchdowns, right? That's the kind of Eagle. That's what Eagle fans like to do. That's what they like to do. They like to hype it up, and then when it comes to actual game time, they are baffled. They are flabbergasted. They are in just utter shock of when their team looks like straight garbage. Like that's the funny thing when it comes to Eagle fans, and they know that it's true. Let me see, where was they at? Where are they at? I can argue Daniel Jones is a better scrambler than Jalen Hurts. Daniel Jones would be a great scrambler if he wouldn't be tripping over his own feet. Boyz4Life isn't good. He couldn't even handle the Southeast Conference. Yeah, you're lying. Jalen had the best running stats for QB in 20 elite run. I wouldn't say elite running skills. I really broke it down of why he runs. But when your quarterback is the number one rusher on your team, you have a problem. You have a problem. That's the thing that I'm trying to get through to Eagle fans, and I simply just can't do it because they're too dumb. They don't understand what I'm saying when I say these certain things. So like Jalen Hurts was the best rusher on their team, right? He led their team by about 40. It was anywhere from 30 to 50 yards between Jalen Hurts and Miles Sanders. When you are a quarterback of a team, you should not be leading your team in rushing yards. I mean, if you're able to throw the ball, I should say, then that's okay. I mean, there are parameters, there are guidelines to doing things like that. But when you can't even throw the ball, when you have trouble throwing the ball, and I'm not saying just because I say someone has trouble throwing the ball doesn't mean that they can't throw. They can't occasionally make a dime throw, a throw on target or anything like that. He's in the NFL for a reason. But for him to do it consistently, that just does not happen. That just does not happen. So That's why I say what I say. Jalen Hurts led his team in rushing. Now you are super hyped about getting AJ Brown, right? You're super hyped about getting AJ Brown. Now, what does that do for Jalen Hurts? What does that do for the Philadelphia Eagles? Are you now going to go away from the run game yet again and start being more of a pass happy team? What you were last year when you started off, when I was so close to guessing your first 6 games, when you went like 2-4 last year, when I said you'd be like 1-5. You went 2-4, and then all of a sudden you changed it up and started running the ball. You started running the ball, and guess what? Y'all became the number 1 rushing attack in the league. And why is that? Why is that? Is that because you were passing? I mean, is that because your pass was setting up your running? No. It's because Jalen Hurts would make one read and take off to his left and run for 10, 15 yards downfield.
So, real quick, since I ain't got the chat box, let me shout out. I see everybody up in the chat here. Hold on. My guy Cameron, all right. I see I got the audio check. I see you, my boy. We got Drew in this thing. Big salute to my guy. Okay. Randall, the Handle Sports Talk. What's happening, my dude? All right, so listen, gang.
Yeah, I think this is where we're going to start talking about.
It all starts in the OTAs, in the off season. I mean, that's where the work starts, gang.
I mean, like I said, like I've said plenty of times, don't take much stock into OTAs. Don't take much stock into what goes on in the offseason. Don't do it if you're going to sit there and say, well, these guys look great in OTAs. Why do they look like dog shit during the season? That shit does not translate like that, people. If you played any type of sports, yes, you're there training, developing certain habits, working on certain things. So when you get into that game, you're able to do those certain things. Technique, it's mainly technique type of stuff. That's what it is. Getting back in shape, doing drill. That's what that stuff is for. It's not so you can sit there and go to a drill and try to, you're going to try to beat the defender to get open because that's your job. That's what you're trying to do. Or even shut down the wide receiver or even stop the quarterback. That's what you're supposed to do. But let's face it, this is all about technique and getting in shape to be getting ready, close to game ready for when the season starts. That's what all this is about. It is like, and you can sit there and say, yes, it's to get you quote unquote better, but it does not work like that all the time. It doesn't. And we see that year in and year out with every team. So you're telling me that everyone comes in here and does OTAs and do training camp and all this other goodness, and they all bust their ass, but yet only one team, certain teams always suck every year when they bust their ass just as hard as the top team. That's why I'm telling you, don't take stock in the OTAs. Don't take stock in the mini camp. When you see drills going down, don't sit there and say, oh my God, this guy looks like a Pro Bowler. This guy looks like a Hall of Famer based off of a drill that is set up to make him look good. Now, you should take stock if these guys are doing drills that are set up to make them look good and they just look like trash. That's when you should be worried. Philly Notion, let me ask you something. You rather have Jalen best rushing stats or have Jalen win games with his arm? Have Jalen throw for 37 and over 4,000 yards, or just have him run? That doo-doo we draft will pancake Fat Boy Davis. Book it. No, I know he will. South Texas, I want Jalen to win regardless of how it gets done. He's a dual threat quarterback. Y'all acting like he can't throw. Stop lying. No, we're not saying he can't throw, Philly Notion. We're not saying he can't throw. What we're saying is that he has trouble throwing the ball. It's not always accurate. It's very inconsistent. And accuracy does not come over a 6, 7, 8 month span of going out and doing work. It does not happen. Hell, I was one of the most accurate pitchers in my city in period. But yet, I walked guys from time to time. It wasn't often. It was not often, but it happened. I mean, it was a rarity for me to walk someone on 4 straight balls. Rare. And like I said, growing up, learning to pitch, it was all about mechanics, all about accuracy comes with just finding your target and trying to hit it all the time. Practicing. And it's not going to happen over 8 months. It took me years to get accurate like that. Years. And you look at Dak Prescott, he's still trying to be accurate with some of his throws. I get it. You're going to miss from time to time. But if your accuracy is more on point than not, then we good. But Jalen Hurts does not have that. You got that right. Dallas had a first-round doo-doo pick. It's going to be funny when you see our first-round quote-unquote doo-doo pick pancake and Jordan Davis. Because, I mean, all I hear about is Jordan Davis in shape. Jordan Davis weighed this much. Now he weighs less this much. Man, what about this man getting smaller every week because he's losing too much weight? He's going to come in and just get his ass mollywopped. Just watch. Quarterbacks are supposed to pass, not run. Well, in all fairness, 92, Cowboys. Quarterbacks nowadays are supposed to have not supposed to, but it's what's the word I'm looking for? I guess since I can't think of it, it's better to have. It's preferred. There you go. Preferred, or they're looking for a quarterback who can run and pass. Have some mobility. With Jalen only won 9 games. That's his best season so far. Though in 3 years, has Jalen won the division yet? No, Jalen has not won the division yet. Dak's worst year is going 8-8, and his best year is multiple seasons with 12+ wins. So what are you talking about here? Jalen has only 19 3 years. He's barely scratched the surface. No, I think Jalen has hit. Look, and this is the funny thing about Eagle fans and the Eagle organization, first of all. Aside from their crazy ass, hosting of buyback guns that I read earlier today, which is fucking asinine and stupid. They really think that people are just going to show up to Lincoln Financial Field and turn in unloaded handguns and get $100 gift card. Like, you know how much these guns cost? And then they're going to get $100 gift card for Eagle gear? Get out of here. I'd laugh in their fucking face. Dak Prescott's first season, he went 13-3. Jalen doesn't look after 19 games. And you're saying he's going to be the best quarterback in the division, potentially an all-pro. Philly logic: Dallas players are trash and never progress. Eagle players will be all pros players. What logic, especially after we sweep y'all? Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing, guys. Eagles logic is guys that they sign, guys that they bring in, all of a sudden on their team are all pros. Look. I've kept the same energy with Dak Prescott, after, Carson Wentz left, where I'm like, he's not our guy. I don't want him on this team. It's time to get rid of him. I've kept that same energy while I'm also defending him. Let me ask you this, Eagle fan. Philly Notion, let me ask you this, if you're still in here, which I'm sure you are. If Jalen Hurts was putting up the stats he put in and he was a Dallas Cowboy, right? Or he played for the New York Giants or the Washington Commanders, Philly Notion, what would you be saying about Jalen Hurts? I have that's an honest question to you, Philly Notion, or any Eagle fan out there, right? That thinks that Jalen Hurts is this, he's going to be the end all be all for the Eagles here. What would you say with Jalen Hurts throwing 3,144 yards and 16 touchdowns last year on a full season and running for 700 and I want to say it was 80 something yards, 780 something yards. With that stat line Notion, if he was on the Cowboys, I'm just gonna say, if he was on the Cowboys, what would you be saying about Jalen Hurts? I need you to answer that in the chat while I keep talking about your video.
So, something the Dallas Cowboys don't know about, because I believe they currently, they said you don't win Super Bowls in the offseason. That's trash bag.
So defend my guy here. So what you're telling me is that at any point in time in the history of the NFL, there has been a team coming out of camp that has won a Super Bowl, Notion? And any Eagle fan that says that laughs at that quote about you don't win Super Bowls in the offseason. I mean, he's right. You don't. You tell me when the last team when who was the last team to win any Super Bowl going into the summer? When did that happen? I would like to know. I would say that whatever team had Jalen has an up and coming quarterback with a potential to do good things regardless of which team he is on. First of all, that is a bona fide, complete horse shit answer I have ever heard. Notion. I got a question. Are you running for mayor? Are you trying to become a politician at any point in time in your life? Is that what you're gearing up for? Because this was the most political, non-incriminating answer that I have ever read and he has ever said in his life. You know damn well that if he was a Dallas Cowboy, this man would be torching the Dallas Cowboys and talking utter nonsense if he was on the Dallas Cowboys. This is the most political answer I have ever read from this guy in my entire life. And look, he knows it's true because he's sitting there laughing. Philly bias won't let him speak the truth. Yeah, I know we advanced into a dual threat quarterback league. Yep.
But we know the Eagles, what we doing? Sheesh. Hey, we trying to put it out there on them. So it ain't going to be no question this year. We didn't put the talent out there around everybody on the team to try to help everybody be successful. And y'all already know I expect Jalen Hurts to come out there and get busy. And with that being said, when I say busy, I'm talking straight on the whole division. So that's how we going to rock this thing. Again, look.
So he's expecting Jalen Hurts to be getting busy on the whole division. Not like the Dallas Cowboys have swept them, swept the whole division last year. Because what they ended up doing this offseason, and look. For the Eagles and what they did they have a good offseason? Yeah, they had a really good offseason. I'm not going to give them nothing. They brought in names, right? They got big name free agents, right? Good Hassan Reddick, Kazir White, A.J. Brown. They brought in the names, right? They drafted the names. And what cracks me up is that's what they do for the Dallas Cowboys. They make fun of us for bringing in big names because we will do nothing with it. Well, guess what? Look, like what Boss Man was saying, Notion, couple weeks ago. Our standards are not the same. Your standards are to win the division and win playoff games because let's face it, that's all y'all ever bring up is playoff wins, divisional wins. No one's repeated the division since the Eagles. That's what y'all say, right? That's what y'all say. We don't sit here and brag about winning the division. We brag about it to y'all and talk shit to y'all about it, but that's it. We don't sit here and say, well, we won this division, we did this. We don't do that. If we don't get to where we plan to be, or we're not plan, but where we want to be, what we expect us to be, and we don't talk about it. We get upset and we'll say things, but then we end it there. And yes, standards for the Cowboys, for Dallas, for Texas, no matter if we haven't won in 27 years, it does not matter. We still have 5, right? And I don't like to use that argument, but we still do. And the stand, especially when you are the first team to go back-to-back, miss the Super Bowl, and win another one, win 3 Super Bowls in 4 years, go to 4 straight NFC championship games, right? Standards get higher. Notion, your standard is winning the division. Your standard is getting into the play. That's your standard. When we don't make the playoffs, we get upset because that's expected of the Dallas Cowboys. We are expected to get to the playoffs. Not even so much win the division, but expected to get into the playoffs. That's expected of us. Yeah, you're probably right. If he was on Dallas, Jalen's talents would be wasted. Dallas has wasted the past 27 years of player talent. Okay, and what have the Eagles done every year but the 2017 season? Waste talent year in and year out. Year in and year out. That's all the Philadelphia Eagles do. Waste freaking talent. What's up, normal guy? All Philly knows is about being first place losers who talks about playoff wins. Exactly, South Tex, exactly.
I really don't know what to say. Besides, we gotta wait and see it. Let me get this box up out of here too. Again, y'all see me testing around with stuff. I got this chat box up here
that scared me real quick because it froze up. I thought my stream was about to be taken down.
Again, bear with me, gang. Hey, I'm gonna give y'all the statement right now. Y'all gonna hear from me often. Get comfortable being uncomfortable.
It's just freaking me out, to be honest with you. I think
right now,
normal guy, I appreciate you for the sub, homie. I appreciate you very much,
right,
dog.
Hold up. Let me get this box up out of here. Hold up.
Okay, let's skip ahead.
Listen, compared to Dak Prescott, you could put Carson Wentz up in there, Daniel Jones. All right, so
here we go.
I think, hey, listen, compared to Dak Prescott, you could put Carson Wentz up in there, Daniel Jones, Tyrod, whoever you need to put in a discussion. Jalen Hurts is coming for that throne this year.
See what I mean? Guys? See what I'm talking about? Jalen Hurts is coming for the throne of best quarterback in the NFC East. That's what you know what? If he wants to have that throne, let him have it. You want to know why? Because we are not over here on this side, right? Talking about how, we got the best quarterback in the division and you know, everyone else is garbage and hot trash. We don't say things like that. We say things like that when it's brought up to us and we need to put people in place, but that's not something that we outright celebrate. Right? That's not what we do over here. We say those things to put people in their place, put teams, put their quarterback in their place. That's what this fan base does. You have the Eagle fan base who's trying to talk themselves into having Jalen Hurts be the number one guy in the division. Philly's excuses are going to be, we don't have the talent like this before. What they're going to say is we're rebuilding and we got two rookies and a wide receiver that's learning the system. That's what they're going to say, right? And we got linebackers that are learning the system. We have linebackers that aren't being utilized to their strength. That's what they're going to say when they have a garbage season this year. Our standard is getting back to the Super Bowl where we belong. Okay, we are focused on the whole NFC. Dallas is a road bump in the way this year. Notion. I need you to explain something to me. Maybe I'm gonna have you on. Maybe I can go on your show. Maybe you can come on my show. We can troll each other back and forth. It don't matter. It don't matter to me. But I seriously need you to answer this question. Explain to me how you win one Super Bowl. It takes you 13 years to get back to the Super Bowl from when the last time you were at the Super Bowl, and you finally win. And how is that a standard now? Like, if you win multiple Super Bowls, right, the way the Cowboys did, in that kind of fashion, the way the Steelers did in the 70s, the way the way the Patriots did the past 20 years, the Niners did in the 80s. When you win Super Bowls of that kind of fashion, that is a standard. There's the way the Packers win their division almost every year, that is a standard. Okay, that is getting to one Super Bowl, getting to two Super Bowls in 22 years, winning one of them, that is not a standard. That is nowhere near a standard. That's not an expectation. That is not anything. That is just you doing more than what you thought you were going to do. There's no way that you win one Super Bowl and all of a sudden your standards are Super Bowls. That it doesn't work like that. Like, if you work out and your whole time you've been working out, your personal best record for weight you put up is now 300 pounds, right? Benching. That is not a standard that you're going to constantly try to hit. It's a personal best. That is the best you can do. I think you winning a Super Bowl is your personal best. That's not your standard. That is your personal best right now. And until you win multiple and in fashions as the Niners, the Cowboys, the Steelers, the Patriots, in those kind of fashions, winning the division the way Green Bay does almost every year, those are standards, my guy. Where y'all belong. I know, I found that funny too. I smell another sweep. And before that, it took them over 50 years. It took them over 55 years. Oh, no, I'm sorry. 51 years to get there. You should do a co-host live with BGN. Yeah, I will. Excuse me, guys. My dog's going to go outside. Give me 1 second. Let me play this laughable clip for y'all.
I don't need more friends. I need pussy. That is the main reason for my life.
Y'all like that? Y'all like that that thing, man? I need to condense this video that I have. Yeah, alpha male energy, and I need to put this funny video in my live, on my thing, so that way my lives can it can be funny like that. I used to have, I was able, let me see if that video still, and maybe I can condense it a little bit. Maybe I don't need to do that right now. Albums. Because I was able to send this to myself. That's what we're going to do. All right. I recovered what I need to. I'll be able to send it to myself later. Oh, so we have our buddy EC1 going live right now. Anyway, guys. Yeah, I'm sorry. I lost all my train of thought of what I wanted to do. So, guys, we got 10 people in here. If you are just coming in, please hit that like. Please share. Do everything that you got to do to get this stream out, because the more it gets put out, the more it helps the algorithm with us over here, and the more it helps out this stream. I honestly feel like the Eagles win the NFC East and we lose in the first game. Jalen will get an extension. We squeak in the wild card and win a game or two. He gets the keys to Philly. Wait, hold on. How can you? Oh, you okay? Never mind. What's up, Hub? B Hub, right? That's how you say it, B Hub. I was getting cheese. Alpha male energy. That shit is hilarious, guys. All right. Anyway, let's get back to this, because
now we saw a lot with Jalen Hurts last year. A lot of good. We saw a lot of bad.
What good did we see? What good did we see out of Jalen Hurts? Because it's not the throwing that we saw. It was very inconsistent, very bad. The throwing. I mean, he had 3,100 yards, right? If you want to be real about it, he had 3,144 yards in a passing league, people. In a passing league. Jalen Hurts was your number one running back, and he's your quarterback. It's not like he's Lamar Jackson, right? Where even I think Lamar Jackson can't even throw that well. But he does throw a lot better. I mean, Lamar Jackson had, what, over 4,000 yards last year? Let me. Lamar Jackson stats. I was way off. He did not have. I don't know why I saw someone say that he. No, I take everything I said about Lamar Jackson back. That is my fault. I take everything I said back. Well, he only played 12. Am I looking at the right person? Yep, Lamar Jackson only played 12 games last year. I take everything I said back about Lamar Jackson. 12 games. He only threw for 3,000 yards last year. Oh, I don't even know why I just minimized that. But to my point, even though I just straight up made myself look like an idiot, which, hey, it happens. But to my point, Jalen Hurts threw for 3,144 yards in 16 games last year. 16. There was only 17 games last year. Lamar Jackson threw for 300 yards less in 4 games, played less than Jalen Hurts. I don't know how you can sit there and say there was any good with Jalen Hurts. He's in a passing league. Yeah, that's right. How you doing tonight? I'm doing well, man. I'm doing real good. Having fun on this live stream. We about to check out some other live. Well, I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna hop in some other live streams elsewhere, and have some fun. I just wanted y'all to come in and hang out with me for a couple hours and do this, because we're trying to get those watch hours up. And if I had 10 people in here for an hour, that'd be 10 at watch hours for me, straight up. So I appreciate the constant 6 people in here on average. As this gets out more, the more people that share this stream, like this stream, get that algorithm up, the more this stream gets out to people. The only good we saw was the running game against bad teams, and that's it. Exactly. That's good. It is. And Dak throw for 4,037 and 16 games too. Yes, he certainly did.
But one thing this kid is doing this offseason is he's developing. Okay, and we're gonna I'm gonna talk about a hot topic here in a little bit that I know some of y'all listen. I'm sure y'all gonna be in y'all bag because I'm making comparisons to, y'all may consider some of these people elite quarterbacks. Whatever. All these quarterbacks in the NFL got flaws. So Jalen Hurts ain't no different, and he got to work on his flaws this offseason. So today I actually, I was doing some kickbacking. I watched a little, press conference, heard a little bit of Shane Steichen, and he had me a little motivated today. He, was talking about some encouraging things with Jalen Hurts. He's out there working on his footwork.
See, that's the thing. That's the thing with Eagle fans. They sit here and they listen to what people say, right, about their guys. I mean, do they not understand? What else are they going to say? No, this guy looks bad. This guy, he's not doing what he's supposed to do. When he's supposed to be your number one guy, when there's already doubts about him being the number one guy or being the guy outside this year, going forward after this year. What is he going to sit there and say? Nah, Jalen, Jalen's still, he's the same old Jalen. We're still working on this. We're still working on that. What are they going to say? Are they really going to say that stuff? No, they're not. That's why you shouldn't take much stock into what coaches or scout or anyone says. Anyone. Until you see it on the field. I got recommended by your channel by BPS. I know him through Discord, and I subscribed. Go Cowboys! Oh man, that's tell BPS Big Play Slay. I said appreciate it. Yes, we always come over here. I know you a Cowboy fan. You got the star up, so I appreciate you stopping by, homie. We do this almost every day, and then come football time, come preseason, all that, we're going to be live streaming the games. Now, I'm not going to be able to play the games, but we're going to do some lives, and we're going to have some fun this year. You should get Philly Fresh for saying that Jalen Hurts is better than Goff. Like, what the fuck? And he was pissing because PFF ranked us 12th and the Eagles 13th. Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure he was being pissy. I gotta watch that live. I mean, not the live. I gotta watch it, and so I can, because what I like to do is I'll watch it and see if I'm able to use it, for reasons such as what Philly Notion's got going on here, which is why I have to pause it every so often, so that way I don't get nothing against me, But like I said. Hold on, guys. Give me 1 second. We're gonna play something real quick that I'm gonna use to make fun of the guy. When every time the Eagles look like hot garbage.
Only between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Dallas Cowboys when you're talking about best roster in the NFC East. But after the draft, post-draft, the Philadelphia Eagles have the best roster in the NFC East.
Oh, man. Every single time, I'm going to play that crap every time the Eagles lose. Every time the Eagles lose and the Eagles lose with the Cowboys, I'm going to come on here and I'm going to be playing that shit because that is funny. Give me a second, guys. I got to bring these dogs back in. Give me one. We're going to go to our favorite thing here.
I don't need more friends. I need pussy. That is the main reason for my life.
Oops. Shout out to the 8. That's right, Coach Dante. That's my guy right here. My hype man right here. Yeah, I know copyright won't let you show the game, but play-by-play or watch are cool. Yeah, I'll be doing that. Bruh is kicking facts. Yeah, right. Yeah, right, homie. Yeah, right. Look, man, ever since I've seen you on YouTube, the Eagles have been hot garbage. They've been in the same boat as the Dallas Cowboys. Period. Top tier Eddie. Man, LB is on 1, 2, I swear. He be pumping these guys up false. No, he does that every year. I mean, y'all should have seen. I tried to get that video, sent to me, so I can have it here to where he's talking about how Nakobe Dean is going to have a better career than Micah Parsons without ever having stepped on the field. He's sitting there saying that Nakobe Dean is going to have a better career than Micah Parsons. I mean, these guys, Parsons haven't even played a second season yet, and they're already saying crazy shit like that. That's what I mean, guys.
Working on the body, the lower half, to make sure that the throwing motion is right. We don't need to change his throwing motion. We about to check some footage on that today, I think.
But here's the thing. This is what I'm talking about with Eagle fan. He's over here saying they don't need to change his throwing motion. They are changing his throwing motion. Why? Because he's not throwing the ball correctly. There's a lot that goes on with throwing, and you can tell the people who never played sports or at least played at a high level like I have when they say things like that. And I'm not knocking my boy Philly Notion. It's my guy right here. But still, for him to sit there and say he doesn't need to change his throwing motion, yes, he certainly does need to change his throwing motion. When I was watching one of your guys, I forgot what his name is. I've been on his show. I think he was a coach. He breaks down the film of he was breaking it down of Jalen Hurts' throwing motion. Jalen Hurts opens up way too soon, which causes him to lose a lot of speed on his throw. Is what it does. Causes him to drag his arm, causes him to drop his just floats to. But that's why you see some of these balls get thrown high because he's not throwing the ball correctly. They're trying to keep his shoulder closed, which helps you a lot. A lot. False hope. Nah, LB got that clear eagle vision. Dude, he's been giving y'all false hope since he showed up on YouTube. I mean, and he showed up the year y'all won a Super Bowl, but after that, it's just y'all just been straight garbage. He knows how elite this team can be. No, he says the same thing every year. Notion. Every year he says the same thing. He's compared Dean to Ray Lewis, Luke Kuechly, and compared Parsons to Khalil Mack. No, I know. I know he has. That's very laughable. That is very, very laughable to me. Going 4-12 and 9-8, and getting swept is Eagle Vision. Yeah, okay. Jalen changing his throwing motion. Y'all reaching now. What are you talking about? What are you talking about, Notion? He is changing his throwing motion. That is what's going on. Like, what? What? We are reaching that Jalen is changing his throwing motion? How are we reaching? That is the truth. That is what's happening. They're changing the way he throws the football. Do you not understand that? Look, I'm not about to go. Look. I'm gonna tell you right now. Notion. You're sounding a little bit like Eagle Champ 1. You're sounding a little bit like him. Don't do that. Don't do that. You're smarter than that, my guy. You're smarter than that. He is, though. He's coming from y'all's camp. Shake my head. He is changing his throwing motion. Why do you think he's working with Tom Brady and a few other guys to fix his throwing motion? Come on, Notion. You should know this. Anyways, let's keep going.
It's where it needs to be. But at the same time, we know Jalen Hurts.
Hold on. There's what the hell just happened? Man, I hate when this shit happens. Okay, now we got it back. Now I'm good. Jalen is working on his footwork and not his arm mechanics. He is working on his arm mechanics. He just needs to be consistent with his reads. Bro, when you're working on the way you're throwing the ball with your shoulders and the way your throwing motion, there's been multiple people in Eagles camps here, Eagle video makers, talking about Jalen's throwing motion, throwing the football differently, coming in with a different arm trajectory. There you go. I'm trying to get out. Yes, Jalen Hurts is absolutely 100% changing his throwing motion. That's what he was working on when he was in the. Come on, Notion. Come on, bro. Come on. You should know better. Go do a little bit of research. Go look at a few Eagle YouTubers out there. They're talking about it. Jalen Hurts having a throwing the ball a little bit differently. Looking a little different when he's throwing, keeping his shoulder closed and not so much opening it up when he's throwing the football. Come on, dude. Consistent when he reads and work on better timing with his wide receivers. No. That's bad reporting. QB changes their mechanics every year, and I believe Hurts has to. He's going to. Footwork also helps with throwing, but y'all, no one's saying anything about footwork not helping your mechanics. No one is saying that notion. Nobody is. See, that's what y'all. See, look, and I ain't the only. Philly 500 already talked about it. Already talking. See, no 500 talking about it. Brunson was talking about it. Shit, I forget the dude's name. He was a former coach, or he breaks down for, I forget, but he's talking. There's a lot of YouTubers talking about Jalen Hurts changing his throwing motion. And see, this is the thing with Eagle fans. They try to reach a lot for what you say. What if they actually listen to what you say and hear you and listen? These kind of comments wouldn't come out. Footwork also helps. See, no one talked about footwork. No one said anything about footwork not helping you. He's not working on. He's not. Maybe I did say he is not working on his footwork, but I didn't mean it in that context. I meant it's more like that's not what he's working on. There you go, Gate City. There you go. Gate City is another one that did a whole video on Jalen Hurts changing his throwing motion. Footwork also helps with throwing, but y'all acting like he's changing his whole throwing motion. Y'all acting like Hurts is Tebow, Bendanucci, and throwing. See, that's the thing. No one has said anything like that. No one has brought up Tim Tebow. No one has brought up DiNucci. No one has said anything of those sorts. That's why this is laughable to me. Notion, you are turning into EC1 before our eyes. Come on now. Come on now, boy. You know better than that, my guy. Come on. Don't be doing that.
Ain't no excuses this year. Ain't no kind of excuses. So hold up. I got the GOAT in the chat. I see you, my guy. Hey, my man, Philly Mike, the Philly Talk Podcast. Y'all make sure y'all check my man's out. The GOAT in the building. The day one. You already know. Big salute to my guy. But anyways, again, we talking about getting ready for the season ahead, and it starts with our quarterback. I mean, he's been given the reins this year. What's he gonna do with it? So,
I put a lot of Eagle fans on the rope. That's the funny thing.
Hold up. Let me go ahead and, because just in case y'all forgot how the season looked.
The season looked a lot like that.
Some work.
A lot like that.
He put in. These are some rare traits.
Rare traits? What's rare about these traits? Let's be honest here. What is rare about these traits? That looks like a normal quarterback throw, and look, it's not even leading him. It's behind. Let's continue this video. Let's continue because I don't need. Okay, it was dropped right in his basket. But what is rare about that? That looks like a normal, wide open wide receiver, and the quarterback is making a throw a quarterback should make. How is that rare? What traits does he have that is rare? Explain that to me.
One of the things I could say Jalen Hurts was a lead at was, of course, the run game.
This is what's making me laugh right here. The run game. The run game. Not throwing the football, not doing any of that stuff. The run game. But guess what? When you are, defending these defending these wide receivers, doing all that stuff, and you're not paying attention to the quarterback, and he is and can be mobile and is mobile, he's gonna take off running. And because he couldn't make the throws, Philly Notion, guess what? He took off running.
I mean, who else got something elite in the division?
Look at that. Look at that throw. Wide open. Wide open. Wide open. And this dude, I don't know if it was a wide receiver or if it was, what's his name? Dallas Goedert. But this is elite. He has a dude with no one around him, and yet Jalen Hurts couldn't make this throw. Jalen Hurts could not make this throw. That title, I know. Jalen Hurts would be the best quarterback in the NFC East. Rest in peace, Notion. He gone. Yes, that's normally what happens to Eagle fans when you break down their nonsense, because that's what we like to do over here. That's what I'm saying, guys. If you are a Cowboy fan, please bring other Cowboy fans over here so we can, get them on notice with this page, talking about how we like to break down these Eagle YouTubers that spew nothing but feelings and nonsense.
You can't say Dak is an elite thrower. I ain't even going.
Are you kidding me? He's look. I'm one to say Dak's not an elite thrower. I'm here. I wholeheartedly agree with you. But when you are putting up a highlight of a guy who 15 yards with no one within 15 yards of him can't even get him the ball in stride, or at least while he's standing upright. And he's going to have the nerve to say that our quarterback cannot make elite throws.
But I mean, he's elite at getting stats. I mean, Carson, what's he elite at? I mean, I thought it was escaping out of the pocket, but I can't even say that. So,
and then this play right here, when you actually go back and look at it, this was an incomplete pass. The reason why it was called a touchdown was because the Falcons, they could not tell if the ball came out. When you look at it, when you had a closer look at it, when they did the replay over and over again, they had a closer look. It was actually incomplete, and it shouldn't have been a touchdown. That's it's the truth. Funny how we talk about all this shit and can't back it up, and why he is always bringing up Dak, though. All these Eagle fans, all they ever do is bring up Dak Prescott. That's all they ever do.
So Daniel Jones, oh yeah, he'll lead at fumbling, I'll tell you that. But at the end of the day, listen, Jalen Hurts has a lot of elite traits, and if he could put it all together.
I'm still wondering what elite traits. Notion has yet to tell me what elite traits this man has.
I think his leadership is elite.
Okay, I'll give you that. So is Dak's.
I mean, again, those are things that are unteachable. His speed, the leadership qualities.
His speed? What speed? This man gets chased down by Micah Parsons on a daily. And when you have no one around you within 15 to 20 yards and you're taking off to run a 10 yards for a first down, that is not elite speed. Are you kidding me?
Now we got to work on that accuracy a little bit. I mean, some of the decision making as far as throwing the ball away. I'm not going to sit here and say that.
See, look, there is literally no one around him, and he's he is outrunning linemen that are 100 to 150 pounds heavier than him.
He needs to, put a whole overhaul on his throwing game. But at the same time, the kid does need work also.
Okay, I'm just going to keep it going.
Hold up.
But like I'm saying, he's talking about these throws being elite. Everything is all these wide receivers. These wide receivers have no one around them. No one around them. Of course he's making those throws. Of course he is. Let's fast forward to... Are we here?
Passes.
Okay, that's not where I want to go to. Let's go. Okay, we're not gonna talk about that. We're not gonna talk about it.
We need some help on defense, which we got that also. So again, this is a win-win situation for Jalen Hurts. I can't even hold this man. So hold up. Let me see. Let me go and find this thing here. Hold up.
All right, let me see here.
All right. Yeah, I'm going to talk about it.
Okay, now he's going to bring up Josh Allen in the first 19 games. This is what's crazy to me. Cowboy fans always... What are we crying about, Marcus? What are we crying about? Jalen's out here making 04 Madden with Falcons trying to beat Michael Vick out there. Who crying, boy? Last time I checked, we swept y'all's asses. Worry about your quarterback before y'all come in the Lions den. Exactly. Now he's going to compare himself to Josh Allen, right? That's what he's going to do. I hate comparing quarterbacks to quarter. I mean, every quarterback's different. We saw what Josh Allen did and where he escalated, and see, people like to make comparisons. And then when they make the comparison, they're basically saying, well, if this quarterback did it and this guy was, not better than my quarterback in that same span, but this other quarterback skyrocketed to where he's at now. Now, why can't my quarterback do that? I'm not saying your quarterback can't do that, but your quarterback was a reach number 2 pick, and even y'all say that. And the reason why y'all even drafted him apparently is because y'all didn't want the Cowboys to have him. That was the whole reason why y'all took him. Right? That was the reason why y'all took him. And because y'all want to be a quarterback factory. He was a reach when you got him. Josh Allen was not a reach at in the first round. Let's be real here. Trying to find where. Right here.
All right. So let's gonna take a look at some of this garbage here. Okay.
Then that.
Okay, and let me see if I can pause this because this ain't even it.
He talks about Daniel Jones being good at fumbling, yet you have Jalen Hurts here. Can't even hold on to a snap. I swear only Eagle fans do this shit. Insecure female traits. Exactly, homie. Exactly.
All right, gang. So hold up. Y'all see me over here working, trying to get the navigation right on this thing. Oh my gosh.
So you're telling me that throw right there had some mustard on it? That throw, that looked like a lofty, horrible throw that Jalen Hurts made, and he doesn't need to make changes to his throwing motion. Now I get it. It was, it was an awkward throw, but nonetheless, I've seen quarterbacks make awkward throws better than that.
Oh, there we go. I done found the pause button. Hold up. All right, so yeah, gang. All right, listen.
And here we go.
We know a lot of these errors. Oh yeah. First of all, I need to figure out why this man was even trying to target number 18, Jalen Reagor.
We all know why. It's because he looked off his first read and just threw the ball over to Jalen Reagor as if Jalen Reagor was going to be open, as if anyone was going to be open, because he expected him to be open, right? But when you underthrow the ball that much and basically in double coverage, this is what you're going to get. And Jalen Hurts does a lot of that. But does that count as garbage time though? What counts as garbage time? This interception? I wouldn't think so. This is the beginning of the game.
We already know the vibes. Like, these are things Jalen has to know. A lot of this stuff, he was doing a lot of force feeding with things. He needs to work on that this offseason. I need to see him throwing the ball away when it ain't there. When your only option is to throw it to number 18, Jalen Reagor, throw that garbage out of bounds.
See, and here's the thing. Here's the thing. The only option was not throwing it to Jalen. Maybe if he's talking about just this play alone, but like I broke down the stats with Eagles champ the other day. Jalen Reagor was not made to look like the number one guy, point blank, period. I'm sorry to tell you that that's not the case. Not at all. Like maybe the read was to Reagor and it was the correct read, and maybe that's Jalen Hurts' problem, is that he's only going to go to the correct read, and he expected Jalen Reagor to be open. And if he was open, he underthrew that by a landslide. Samuel Rowe, I apologize to Cowboy Nation on behalf of the Eagle fans. I'm not an Eagle fan, but they owe us an apology. I'm sure they do. I don't know. What fan are you of? Make sure you subscribe, please, sir. Please, sir. Hold on, my wife asked me if I want something. He wants the Eagles to make the playoffs. No, Yeah, Sam, who is your team, by the way, homie? Just wondering. Damn, we got Notion back. Dallas fans deserve better. Psh. No, his Tampa game when they got blown out and Jalen threw a TD after the game we lost already.
Like, that's the kind of vibes I'm on right now. There is no reason why this man should be throwing in the double coverage, it looked like, with number 18 trying to go up there and get the ball. There's nothing that tells you Jalen Reagor is even built like that. So,
are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? For Notion to say that Reagor's not built like that, yet I'm sure Notion and a few other Eagle video makers last year in training camp were posting all kinds of videos of Reagor mossing people, one-handed catches, straight mossing people. And now he's on that. Now he's on that Reagor not built like that shit. When, let's be real, every Eagle fan out there last year was on Reagor's crotch in preseason. See, this is what I don't get about. See, this is what Philly fans are. They are like, quote unquote, normal reporters, where you go out and you say things and then you're completely wrong, and then you say something completely else that fits the narrative of what that person actually is, and don't even correct themselves. They just act like nothing was ever said. That's what they do. Weed and boys. So I'm assuming you're a Cowboy fan. Well, if you're a Cowboy fan, let's, share this for me, Samuel. Please subscribe. Helps out the stream. Like it, share it. Do what you got to do. Look who's back. Now explain yourself, Philly. Notion. Don't blame Reagor. Blame the quarterback. Nah, South Tex. Reagor is ass, bruh. How can This is what I find funny about this the Eagles team right here. They're blaming Reagor for this when it was well underthrown by like 2 yards. 2-3 yards is well underthrown. They're not even going to blame the person who threw the football. They're blaming the guy who the football was thrown to. And like I said, it was well underthrown. And the Eagle fans do this time in and time out. Time in and time out. Minshew, Heineke, Jones. Reagor is ass, to be fair. Reagor is ass.
So, again, that's decision making. Getting better, trusting his wide receivers. We now got A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith. Oh, yeah, Reagor.
And that's the thing. I get it. You got Devontae Smith, who you're so inconsistent with what you say about not having a true number one. Now you have A.J. Brown, but yet when you got your quarterback making throws like that, what difference does it have about having A.J. Brown?
You might not even be a fourth option, brother. So, all right, let's move on to some of these next goofs here that Jalen Hurts did. Because all this stuff, honestly, is correctable. All right, right there. Hold up. Pause the ball. Stop. At this point in time, there's clear opportunity. Throw the ball away. These are the things I'm saying, gang. Like, these are the things Jalen hopefully develops on. Getting rid of the ball when there's nothing.
You have to develop on getting rid of the ball. I think this is just a symptom of being young and inexperienced. It's not something you develop. It's something, well, I guess you can say develop. Yeah, if you're saying you learn it over time, yeah, developing. But it's just, it comes with experience of throwing the ball away. And it's the end of the half, Notion. So, he's trying to make a play, and I can see what he's doing here. And this is why I'm coming at you right now, is because you got to look at the time, you got to look at the quarter, you got to look at where they're at and what they're doing. I mean, you could have thrown it away and gotten the 3 points, I get it, but this comes with experience and clock management, and I understand it. But first of all, let's be real here. Sirianni should have just taken the points. You have a quarterback who's trying to do too much and prove himself to the fan base and to his coaching staff, and he has goof plays like this. So I mean, I can understand what he's doing.
There
And
is
it's surprising that you don't understand.
You don't need to force that. And of course, anytime you force that in a situation as such, bad things happen. So decision making, that has to be critical for Jalen Hurts this year. I hope he gets it figured out.
I mean, look at that. I mean, look at that throw. That's just that throw off his back foot to where he tried to loft it over. I don't even know who it was, but that is, holy crap, that is just a horrible, horrible throw.
Hold on. I see my guy, my boy Ready Red hit the chat with the boy. Hell nah. Stop it. Listen, Jalen.
Oh. Well, that ends that, guys. That ends that. We didn't get nothing else. Because the stream ended. But, we have 12 people in the... Look, YouTube said, Notion, you need to stop your lies. YouTube said, Notion, we've had enough of you and your lies here on Jalen Hurts. We know that Jalen Hurts is ass. I mean, the guy that probably locked down your stream was probably a Cowboy fan. He was watching your shit and was like, you know what? This dude is just straight ass and making things up at this point. But I'm glad the stream ended on that Dallas Cowboy interception that I remember all too well because I was there at that game. And so were you, Philly Notion. You were too. Exactly. Experience is something Jalen doesn't truly have yet. But please believe he will be better. And that's what scares Dallas Nation. I mean, that doesn't really scare me whatsoever. Not even close. I'm not worried about Jalen's experience or inexperience. That doesn't matter to me because at the end of the day, I know what you have in your quarterback. What's up, 301 Boyz4Life? Who we making fun of next? Well, we just got done doing Philly Notion. His stream ended because YouTube was sick of his lies and the shit that he was saying. So they ended his stream abruptly. They said, stop it. Or maybe they were just mad because they are Eagle fans over at YouTube land, and they said we can't be having you exposing our quarterback like that. Maybe that's what they said. So they ended the stream. I'm not sure. We're gonna have to go back and look. Sorry, I was looking at something. But if that was Dak, God forbid, y'all be trashing him. Exactly. That's what they do. I feel there was way more mistakes on that Dallas tape. Why didn't you take your take on it? Because he can't be exposing his guy like that. We all know the Eagles take in the East. Philly D, stop it. South Tex, Face Reality Kid, done deal. Got that one. Notion is capping hard, kid. Philly D, respect your elder son. YouTube said I was torturing these Cowboy fans too much. Torturing us how, homie? I don't get it. Torturing us how? I don't understand it. But all right, if you say so. Damn, I miss it. It's all right, dog. I mean, you got it on the playback. So, it's if you want to hear the trashing of Philly Notion, started like at like the 25, 26 mark around there. Big people beat up little people. Eagles superior strength on both lines. That is hilarious. Let them know, Philly fan D. Yo, Boyz4Life. Hope you're doing well. Hit the like button, show support. Cowboys. Grandizier, I guess I say 12. I appreciate you, homie. Appreciate you. Yes. Do what this man says. Hit that like button. All the 13 people in the chat here, please hit that like, subscribe, get this out. Let people know we are doing this over here. Let Cowboy fans know that the number one troll to Eagle fans or just fans, other teams in general that want to keep our names in their mouth. It's over here now. It's over here. It's nowhere else. We do this day in and day out, guys. Before I tuck you into bed, Philly D. Philly D, stop the cap. Philly Notion, they know, bro. South Tex, wrong channel. Want to tuck grown men. Oh man, before I tuck you into bed. Look, I people saying some crazy stuff. I am not here to do anything crazy like that. Anyway, people. I gotta sneeze. Give me a second. Give me a second.
I don't need more friends. I need pussy. That is the main reason for my life.
Oh, I had to sneeze. I don't even think I'm done. Okay. I think it's nope. It's gone. I think I'm one of the best Cowboys trolls too. Yeah, if you wanna, yeah, sure. If you wanna say that. So 92 points on your head is superior, and if I got 2 boys, sounds like you don't have a daddy in your life. Giant organization only team scares me. Why does the Giants organization scare you? They have given no inclination, no anything about winning at any point in time. Any point in time. But y'all want to sit there and say certain people scare you, then it is what it is. Why don't we do something like this? We should troll over here, but I'm not going to do this. Because, we have Philly Notion. Not sorry. Whoa. We have, what's his name? Where are you hiding? Smoking weed. Saying all kinds of shit. I might ask for this link here for a second. See if they say anything. Oh, you know what? I might still be blocked. I can't even say nothing. Over here. Oh, they were talking about me. Give me a second, guys. We might have to watch this because they were talking about me. Oh, maybe it wasn't talking about me. Oh well. Oh, I ain't worried about it no more. We ain't gonna do that. Boyz4Life, your face editing clips have been having me weak. Hey, I know you like that one with EC1 and all that where he's getting caught like beating up. This one, right? I gotta play it. I'm gonna play it, guys. I'm gonna play it for everyone to see because it's only fair to show everyone what we're doing over here and how we like to make fun of certain fans. So let's go. Oh, let's share something else. Let's take a little stroll here. What is it?
Alpha dog. Number one, I'm an alpha dog. Jamie, your friends are here. Jamie, turn down that music. I can't hear a thing. Come on, Jamie. Oh, what the fuck?
Turn that shit off, motherfucker! I was getting changed, you know what I'm saying? I don't want that shit on TV. I don't want motherfuckers seeing me getting changed, you know what I'm saying?
Off. He's pulling his goalie.
You're
Fucking care. What the fuck are you doing, J-Rock?
I was getting changed, motherfucker!
Change my ass. You're fucking
not
cranking.
knocking motherfuckers!
That was fucked.
That was a bit fucked.
It wasn't that fucked, you know what I'm saying? I was getting changed. What's going on?
Listen, man, I got some good news for you. Get cleaned up, meet me back at the flea market.
Peace, bub.
Don't touch me.
You motherfuckers ain't gonna tell nobody that I was getting changed, right?
No.
This shit has me rolling all the time. I was getting changed, man, and it's so funny that I use that because that EC1 always said, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That shit, dude, that was everyone cracked up at that. I'm sorry. I don't care who you are. Everyone loved that little clip, man. That shit was hilarious. I fear the Giants over the Eagles, to be honest. I don't fear fucking any of these teams, to be honest. Warrior Harden was twerking on camera. No, he was not. No, he was not. Where the hell was he twerking? Because I need to send that to Simus. Uh, 301. If you can go timestamp that for me, let me know where the hell he was twerking. So that way I can go screen record that shit. Screen record that shit and fucking send it to Simus and show him how he's being a little fruity, but you know, whatever. Philly Notion is a good sport. Yes, Philly Notion is cool. He's my dude. He's awesome. You know, this trolling stuff is all in good fun, and I appreciate everyone that, I'm not saying allows it to happen because I don't give a shit. I'm still going to troll and talk shit. It's what I do. But when they know that it's all in good fun and it's mainly trash talking about their team, you know, when they're out there blowing smoke up everyone's ass, you know, it is what it is, right? Celtics, I watched again Dallas fans crying in the stadium. When? In what stadium? Like, did you watch it on TV? Were you there at the stadium? Because when we kicked Eagles kicked the Eagles ass, y'all were the ones crying. Keep kicking that delusion, brother. I love your content takes, but you are one of the most delusional Cowboy fans I know. You're consistent though. Great stream, bro. I'm delusional. I don't understand how I'm delusional. I don't say anything bad. Oh, well, that's a lie. I am the most unbiased Cowboy fans, which is why I get a lot of heat from Cowboy fans, which is why I have some Cowboy fans wanting to fight me, like straight up fight me because I talk shit about the Cowboys when it needs to be talked about. So I don't know how you can sit there and say I'm delusional, but you know, whatever. Where you're hiding was twerking on camera. I need that timestamp. Shout out to the 9. I'm laughing. That dude is Dallas fan all the way. Philly D, that's called passion. I was getting changed. Oh, man. South crying. There's no crying in football. It was on AJ live stream, but I think AJ deleted the stream. Oh, I thought you meant like today he was twerking. Oh, that's some bullshit. Philly D, how do you feel? How'd you feel when you won the Super Bowl? We made Eagle fans cry. We swept them in 18. South Tex, incredible. My grandparents witnessed championship in the 20th century. Dallas Cowboy fan. Philly D, did you cry? Absolutely, bro. Of course they will cry. They haven't seen a fucking Super Bowl ever. Ever. My grandparents saw Super Bowl. My dad, my mom, my aunts, my uncles. I saw Super Bowl. I mean, we are 3 generations in. You have 3 generations of Cowboy fans that have seen Super Bowls. I was born in '88. So I'm 34. So you have you have parents, when they were parents in the 60s. You have, parents, in the 70s and the 80s. You have the kids in the 90s, teenagers in the 90s, all of that. Generations of Cowboy fans that have seen. And here's the thing. This is the thing that cracks me up about Eagle fans and fans in general that hate the Dallas Cowboys. They want to sit there and say most of our fan base has never seen a Super Bowl, when that is not true in the slightest. If you were born from 1988 on further down, like 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, I mean, not 90, but 80, 88, 87, 86, 85, all the way down, and you remember a Super Bowl, because I remember, the 1995 Super Bowl. I remember it. If you were born then and no, there are a lot of Cowboy fans that remember Super Bowls. It is more the latter of the young Cowboy fan. It's a small portion of Cowboy fans. Yes, it's over a long span of years, but let's face it, in those 27 years, yes, there are developing Cowboy fans, but in the first 1960 to 1988, where you remember those Super Bowls, right? In the 90s, the older generations remember the 2 Super Bowls and winning the 2 Super Bowls in the 70s and getting to the other Super Bowls, the other 5 Super Bowls throughout that decade. There is a large portion of Cowboy fans who remember Super Bowls. Give me 1 second, guys. But, guys, it's getting close to 10 o'clock. I'm about to end this stream. Let's see. I will be doing this again tomorrow, come about 5. If I'm not back from my cousin's graduation party by 5, the stream will be late night, 6:30, 7, 8 o'clock. So just be ready. I'm going to do another stream tomorrow. We're going to troll someone else. I hope, it's not going to kick me out. I just hope it doesn't add anything. And it always does. But anyways, guys, that's all I got. Be prepared for tomorrow. We got the stream. And then I have a football video talk live stream that I got to do with CG Ruthless Sports Sunday. So be prepared for that. But anyways, guys, I'm out of here. Peace.